This is just a sample of the audiobook. To get the complete audiobook, access the link posted in the first comment.
When I was growing up, my dad took me to 2 or 3 home games each football season. We woke up early, dressed in red and black Georgia gear, and made the hour and 15-minute drive from Atlanta to Athens. On the road, we listened to the pregame show to catch the breakdown of the matchup, an analysis of our opponent's strengths and weaknesses, and the injury reports. All the details dedicated fans like us wanted. The excitement I felt driving into Athens on game day can only be compared to the excitement I felt each Christmas morning. No matter how early we arrived, people were already tailgating on Millage Avenue, a street that leads into the Georgia campus. Fans parked their cars off the main street and then set up canopies, chairs, and barbecues on the grass in front of the houses and local businesses. People spent hours before kickoff watching TV, grilling out, tossing a football, and talking about the upcoming game. It was an all-day event. When we turned from Millage Avenue onto Baxter Street, we caught our first glimpse of Sanford Stadium. We parked and moved with the crowd toward the west end, where the stands are lower than the rest and provide a view into the stadium from a block away. As we walked over the bridge overlooking the west end, the whole field came into view. My dad and I always arrived 3 to 4 hours before kickoff. Sometimes we tailgated with his friends, and sometimes the two of us just hung out and got something to eat. Either way, we made our way to the stadium about 2 hours before the game to attend the dog walk. Almost every college program has their version of this event. The team takes a bus to the stadium, and fans line up to greet the players as they exit, holding banners and giving high fives. The Georgia band plays the fight song while majorettes and cheerleaders perform. The dog walk is the first big event of each game day, and 10,000 fans are usually on hand to welcome the players into the stadium. After the dog walk, we found our seats. Dad had season tickets in the southeast corner of the lower level, near the end zone. As we watched warm-ups and other pregame rituals, my anticipation grew. About 10 minutes before kickoff, one single trumpeter stood in the southwest corner of the upper deck and played the first few notes of Battle Hymn of the Bulldog Nation. Then the trumpeter stopped, and the rest of the song played over a loudspeaker while the big screen showed highlights of Georgia players, past and present. Once the game started, Dad and I talked about what was happening on the field. We knew the players' names, jersey numbers, and stats. We knew who had just been recruited out of high school. I made a point of learning the jersey numbers of the new freshmen before the season started, and each week I read up on the team we were facing. If I didn't understand a certain play, I asked Dad to explain. When Georgia scored, we were out of our seats, cheering and high-fiving. On the drive home after a win, we talked about the game and listened to the post-game show to hear the stats and get the commentators' take on the game. If Georgia lost, however, we didn't talk much, and we usually changed the radio to music instead of the commentary. Either way, we stopped at John's Barbecue on the way home, a family-owned barbecue place in Houston, Georgia. I ordered the same thing every time, a pulled pork sandwich, French fries, and hush puppies. Good old Southern food. Game days with my dad continued through high school. The more I watched, the more firmly entrenched my goal of playing at Georgia became.